part of the thing. So as we sit here right now on this looks like there's fires again. So yeah, the sunrise, if you didn't see it, it was quite magnificent.
Blood moon.
Yeah.
It was blood moon, blood sun. It's a pinky bud.
Okay. Well, thanks for that. So my point of bringing up the fire is it's 1 week it's here, 1 week it's not. You never know what is going to happen. You can't say it's always going to be this way or that way. And the beauty of mindfulness is that you start to notice, what's happening in the present moment. Your awareness becomes sharper. It's easier for you to focus on things. Because we ask a lot of you. You're off school for a year and learning from home. And now you're being asked to sit with a big group of people, sometimes 30 plus kids. And it could be challenging to keep your awareness, to keep your focus. And that's what we're trying to help you with. And as you start, this year, I'm sure it will be challenging. It's not always easy. And some people never knew, because they never took a moment to stop and look and see, pay attention to all the thoughts that do arise. So as we decide to practice together, why don't we feel into our body and sit upright. I always challenge that. Like, how upright can you sit? And does it feel kind of weird? I think it feels a little weird. So then I kind of relax a little bit. But I'm sitting in this chair, feeling my body. Probably before we started the sit, you didn't even notice everything that's happening. Feel your feet on the ground. If you could, close your eyes. If you feel safe, you feel supported here. Closing your eyes is a very good tool to relax the nervous system. Because we take in so much, up to 90% of the visual, the brain is focused on the visual stimuli. As we're sitting, and thoughts will arise, that's the name of the game. Some people might think that mindfulness is designed to try to stop all the thoughts. But I want you to kind of notice, what does the breath feel like now? Feel it come in all the way down to your belly. Breathe in all the way to your belly. Breathe out through the nose or the mouth, whatever feels good to you. And train your awareness to that. And if the mind says, oh, wait, I hear things in the room, I need to open my eyes. Okay, do you? Who's in charge? Are you in charge, or is your mind in charge? And that's a pretty powerful thing to think about. Because we always think, it's common to think that we are our thoughts. Like when we're angry, that is us. We're angry. Or when we're sad, we're always going to be sad. But those are just thoughts. So right now, if you can, focus on your breathing. Feel it go into your chest. Breathe it out. And a trick I use is why don't you try this? Imagine you're sitting on the bank of a river. And the river are all the thoughts that come and go. They float by. And you're just noticing them. Sitting on the bank of a river. And sometimes the thought will be so good. Oh man, you jump in. And you get carried away by that thought, right? You're lost in the thought. You might not even be hearing my voice anymore. You're so lost in thought. And when you realize that you were thinking of, the soccer game, or you're thinking about what you're going to do today, imagine you're back on the riverbank again, because you kind of caught yourself floating downstream. So sitting on the bank, following your breath, noticing your breath, and when a thought arises, it's pretty interesting. You're like, oh yeah, I'm doing mindfulness right now. I'm trying to just notice my breath. Feel my breath come into my mouth, come in my nose, just sitting on the bank of a river, nothing to do. And if you get lost in a thought, this or that, come back to this moment. Like almost like waking up from a dream. A little short dream, whatever you were thinking about. So I like that analogy to kind of feel into what all the thoughts flying by, floating by, when they catch your attention, you get lost in it, and then you come back. You're like, oh, I'm back here in this moment. Now let's try something, because I always enjoy hearing after the sit what you name your breath. So in your mind, instead of thinking about, all the things you've been thinking about during the sit, you're going to name the breath as it comes in. Could be, sun, name it sun, and then breathe out, shine, or anything you want to name it. But every time you breathe in, you say that name in your head. Every time you breathe out, you say the name for the out breath. Could be cold, and then when you breathe out, hot, whatever works for you. Give it a name and see if the mind is able to focus on that for just do a minute. Can you name your breath for 1 minute, in and out, and feel what that does for your nervous system, for your mind. Take a little break. Ready? Let's do it. That was really cool. So appreciate you for putting the effort in. As you noticed, the show, the greatest story ever told, is all the thoughts that arise all day long. And you just took a little moment to kind of be here now with this moment, instead of maybe living out stressful things of the past, or you're worried about the future. And that's not even real. Those are just made up things. What's real is right here and right now. So I really appreciate you focusing on that, and I hope you have a great day.